Hey Scorpio, welcome to your March 2024 reading using the tarot. This is going to be a groundbreaking month for the sign of Scorpio. Judgment card and the World card are coming through already, two of the most major arcanas there are. This is the penultimate and ultimate card of the tarot. So you are reaching a climax on something, and this is uncharted territory for you and for your soul. This is major accumulation, major gains. This is a breakthrough of sorts, a transformation, and you know what? It's a real success story for you come the end of March. I'm going to pull more cards and clear up. We've got an eclipse at the end of March on the 25th in the sign of Libra that's going to be reflected in this World card energy. The World card is the last card of the deck, so it denotes some sort of a successful culmination for you. But because this eclipse on the 25th of March is a South Node full moon lunar eclipse, it also is representative astrologically as a kind of closing down ceremony of sorts. Before we get to that and before we clear up, let's just take it back to February for a second. The Three of Cups. Depending when you're seeing this, Scorpio, I set the intention for these readings to find you exactly when they're meant to. The time and energy, I set the intention for those to be quite fluid on this. So take this as a past energy. It could be February, but it could be just the past, depending on when you see this. It's been a time of celebration for you, and I really hope that you are enjoying the celebratory sensation of what life has to offer for you right now. These are really good times. These are some of the best days of your life. In a sense, you may feel like, you know what, I have no complaints. Everything is perfect, you know. I couldn't want for anything else. The 3 is a number of flow, abundance, and it's very much in receiving energy. So when people ask you sometimes, like, what do you want, Scorpio? It might be nice that lately you're just able to say, I have what I want. And you know what? Anything else that I want or need will come to me. The 3 is being in flow and being in harmony with the fact that you're always going to be receiving more and more abundance. That's going to be nice. You know, you might say, like, whatever is meant for me, I'll take that, you know, and that's what I want. I have what I want, though. That's a really nice mindset to be in lately. So as well as that, you know, you just could be more sociable lately. You might have some get-togethers, some hangouts, some meetups, some parties that have been really wholesome. And I think the 3 of Cups also speaks to your emotional support network. The Lovers is here at the bottom of the deck. This won't apply to everybody, but the Lovers card doesn't necessarily just have to be a union in a romantic sense. The Lovers can apply to any kind of soulmate in our life. Best friend, business partner, teacher, someone in our family. There might be a really big breakthrough happening in the life of a particularly important soulmate for you, where they're entering uncharted territory as well. You could be doing this together. They could be having a significant breakthrough themselves, but it benefits you somehow. So something happening in the life of your partner, something happening in the life of your business partner or your spouse or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever it may be. Your best friend, somebody you work with or just vibe with a lot, a teacher of yours, that's going to kind of help you on your path at this time too. But you're reaching the end of a cycle this March, and it's been a long time coming and building. It's going to transform you. It's going to be amazing, I think. So I'm very excited to get into this reading. Let's pull some cards and clear it up. So first of all, I'm going to look at the 3 of Cups and go deeper into what February has brought for you. I would look at your Aquarius house in your birth chart at this point, Scorpio, and that's going to be where there has been a big pileup of energy. There was a new moon there on the 9th. Pluto entered at the 20th of January, and then all the inner planets are going to make their way through there at some point. They've already started doing that, and between now and March, so during March too. So I would look at where that area of life that has been highlighted for you, what's it all about? What's the Aquarius house bringing for you? It's about celebration there. Amazing. 10 of This is the 10 of Pentacles. So this is about like a lot of gathering, accumulation. A 10 is a number of finality, success, wealth, generational wealth, and another 10, the 10 of Swords. Okay, so 10 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles, very different kind of 10 energy, but yet they still represent the end of a cycle. So February is about preparation for this groundbreaking event, something that just shifts your trajectory, something that has been in the works or processing for a while now. It's all kind of building into this crescendo. And even though it may not be completely finalized, cherry on top, all done and dusted by February, there are parts of this story that are wrapping up. So look at this, perhaps Scorpio, like this is a play, right? This is something that's been set on stage, okay? Before the final scenes, which are the 10s, before the final scene, you kind of get a feel for where things are going, right? Characters are coming back together. The character from the start is back on scene. Loose ends are being tied up. Everything is starting to make sense, and you start to get that sense that things are wrapping up in a natural way for you. And even though the ultimate threshold hasn't been crossed yet, the ultimate transformation, so much of what's been necessary on this journey for you in getting to this point, and you're still getting there. I mean, from what I see, it looks like by April, after that eclipse, perhaps on the 25th of March, you're really kind of in that world card sensation of the success story having unfolded. There are celebrations around what's wrapping up. Sometimes endings can feel tough, but sometimes they can feel really, really sweet because they come with a graduation as an ending. That's a success. So there is something about it, or a ceremonial rite of passage, or just a kind of like point of focus, like a high point of focus where this is all kind of in a crescendo, especially around money. So anything that, and like, you know, we have generational wealth here, we have intergenerational money, whatever way that comes up, family business, business with these soulmates of yours, in partnership, shared investments, merging of wealth, merging of finances and resources. The shared and accumulated is coming up. Bigger investments have been kind of like reached at this point, or bigger investments have been I guess brought to their fruition. This is a card of fruition, particularly around material prosperity. We can feel prosperity in many realms of life. This one is in particular material, but in this illustration, as you can see, we're seeing like the wealth shared here, I suppose, in that really abundant spread of al fresco dining, but all the kids are in the background. There's someone from an older generation, there's like middle age, there's children, there's youth, and there's a pet here as well. Okay, so there's something then to be said for what you're doing right now will be shared, will be remembered, will be part of your legacy. There's a real creation here of something long lasting, something solid, something very thriving for you. The 10 of Swords, that's different, isn't it? The 10 of Swords is about a breakthrough that comes, and it's like reaching critical mass, and sometimes this is actually quite difficult in comparison to the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Swords, like they're, you know, this person is not in a good spot here right now, about to have pasta and wine dumped on their head. A stormy scene in the background, right on the wall. The red is kind of suggesting a little bit of panic to me, and also tempers, and also hot energy like anger, right? Which isn't a bad thing, but there's something here coming through with a misdirected channel of your energy lately, Scorpio. You might need a release. Okay, you have you know, something, there's a lot happening, there's a lot being brought forward, and there's a lot building for you right now. So are you are you releasing, right? Because there has to be a release here too, without going into kind of like a boiling over. I have a feeling that emotions are running high for you at the moment. Emotions are not anything to be afraid of, but it would be nice for you to find a healthy channel to express something that is built. Like, I think, Scorpio, you could find yourself welling up at the drop of a hat lately, right? The Three of Cups is a Cancerian energy too. There is a lot of emotion here. Mercury in Cancer, so that kind of like the way we're processing everything, maybe you are in a very emotional way at the moment. Which is nice, you know, it's good, but there's also just the tendency with the Ten of Swords to pent up a lot of emotion, and then you'll find yourself, you know, at the slightest trigger of your emotion, be it even something that's like warm and fuzzy and nostalgic, you find yourself getting really, you know, upset over it, or you find yourself, which is good, you know, it's nice to express your emotion. It's nice to have a cathartic cry every now and then, but I get the impression that some of you are not processing some emotion that's coming with this change of life, change of direction, change of, you know, you're ending an old way of being, and with that death cycle, which you're used to, death rebirth cycles, and it's part of your alchemy and it's part of your power. But with all that, it's like, just make sure that you're finding an outlet to process the emotions that are coming with these kind of like, I see a high tide for you. I see a real oomph and a real swell is what I'm thinking, a real swell at the moment. And I see you swelling. I see tears, and I see happy tears, and I hope that the next tears you cry are the tears of joy, of course, but just to find a channel for all of this, because it's a lot, you know. It's good, it's intense. Intense is good sometimes. Intense doesn't mean bad. We can intensely make love, we can intensely work out, and that's not bad, you know. It's just, things are intense for you, so find a channel. Okay, so let's look at March, because this is a really pivotal month for you overall. And you may not really fully be expecting that yet, or maybe you know all these loose ends are being tied up and things are being brought to a close and deals are being settled, and you're really reaching a breakthrough on something. And I would just be wanting to avoid a breakdown. I see the propensity for, after a few beverages or celebrations, you're getting a little bit weepy or you're getting overwhelmed, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Go for it. I just feel like you may not have realized yet how pivotal this is, how groundbreaking this is, and how an old way of being for you is kind of being shed now. Maybe permanently, maybe not, but for now it's being left in the past. The Judgment card is a really big deal. Like I said, this is number 20. The World card is number 21. 2021. This could have even been building since the year of 2021 for you. And this is like climactic at this point. Yes, I certainly see climax here. The Judgment card. What are these big things happening? The Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So part long-term goal, Knight of Pentacles, part immediate offer or opportunity aligning for you in March, which is great. Okay, so you're transforming and evolving through the path there is a path in front of you at this point. Both the Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles tells me that. It tells me that the path in front of you in March is both in alignment, it's both in a sense destined, you may feel, or it just feels like you're in that flow state. What do you want? I don't want anything. I want to just continue living and being in this trajectory and taking what comes my way, because it's been pretty good so far. You feel lucky, you feel, I guess that's alignment, right? When we surrender to whatever it is, a higher power, our highest self, whatever you want to call that, things make a lot of sense, because there are less and less blocks. I think that's the general consensus. I saw a quote today, actually, on a page that I follow. Let me read it to you, because I'll butcher it if I try to remember it. I believe she's a tarot reader. She does a whole bunch of stuff. She's called the Hood Healer. I really like her style, but it really struck me. It usually happens the way you want it when your wants are aligned with God's desire for your life. Highest self, source, intelligence, creation, the universe, whatever you want to call that. Let's start again. It usually happens the way you want it to when your wants are aligned with God's desires for your life. Get into true alignment with God, which is simply true alignment with your highest self, and you will really know what it is when everything you want wants you. I loved that. When everything you want wants you. What do you want? I'm good. I have it all. And anything you want then will just not be able to stay away from you. So that's the transformation that's happening on a soul level. On a more mundane, down-to-earth level, this just looks like a path that you're starting to embark on now that is, like I said, lucky, fortunate, in alignment. You're choosing it, but it's choosing you too. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slow and steady. It's probably hard to see this, but this yellow brick road as it was, I guess that's a kind of like the fantastical kind of element of it, goes all the way up into that blue mountain in the background, denoting, I think they're trying to describe with this deck, like the long road ahead. So this is a journey that makes sense, right? As the tens come through and its final closing down, and it's a big chapter of your life being brought to a close. At the same time, the next chapter of your life and the path that you're about to embark on will equally take time, will equally be a significant and lasting chapter of your life that's coming through. And you know, I really love it. It's grounded, it's approachable, it's easy for you, it makes sense to you. There's practicality with it here too. There's a real journey towards self-sufficiency here. I feel like that yellow brick road is making me think of like my English literature degree from college, and you know, getting real philosophical about the Wizard of Oz, probably the American dream, the self-sufficiency, realizing everything you have is within yourself and all of that. That's probably a big part of the next level for you. You have everything you want, you have everything you need, and keep applying yourself. Yeah, keep the effort up, you know. But there are opportunities and aligned ventures, offers, choices, potentials that emerge for you in March, and they're very transformative, and they are step by step, and they build over time, and you just keep applying yourself and, you know, take what comes your way. I think at least consider it, at least have an open heart and mind to that blessing. And yeah, I think it's very grounded and very tangible for you. I was just checking how long I've been recording there. Okay, next up we have the World card. So as we end the month of March and step towards April, we've got a couple of bigger things happening. The Sun leaves Pisces. And Pisces season itself, you know what? It's going to be a good one this year, I think. I think that it's going to be very much inviting us into surrender, into flow, into wonder. And then as the sun enters Aries, things get a bit more feisty and revved up and kind of action oriented. It's the beginning of the zodiacal new year, so that kind of feeling of setting intentions, fresh start, new beginning, that comes up in the collective. There is that eclipse though on the 25th, which is, like I said, a bit more world card energy, a bit more of a end of an era, successfully wrapping everything up in the bow, in a bow, yeah, sure. The World card here, nice big full circle energy. The meal has been prepared. All of these ingredients in the corners combined to give the result. It's a result. You're getting a result. That's what I see for you. It's a really positive time, Scorpio, for you, proving that endings are good. Endings can be great. The Fool card at the bottom of the deck, because they denote what is about to begin, a fresh start, zero, back on a new adventure. And isn't that what life is all about? Death card, your energy coming through, a lot of major arcana and quite powerful energy. Oh my gosh, here you are with the King of Cups again. I'm going to pull one more card just because, like, okay, Scorpio, I get it, it's you. Now we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, don't know what to make of him yet. Let me just have a look at this. So to me, judgment, world, death, they are huge forces that are working with you, and they're coming up from within you too. And the tens to me are so dense at this point. They've got so much weight to them. So this is a really important time for you. Whatever it is that is happening now, you're gonna, I would advise be present, and I would advise celebrate it, and share it, and embrace it, because you know what, it'll be a time where you look back and you're like, holy God, like that was amazing. Like I bet, you know, opportunities and the path. You're on a journey now in March, and there is a path emerging, and it's all good. You really know who you are at the end of March. You really know what you want. Sometimes, Scorpio, you can take a load off. Death card, King of Cups. King of Cups is scorpionic energy to me, fixed water. This person in the Death card is grieving, in a sense, because, you know, endings and beginnings all tied up into one, right? Here we have Pisces under the Fool card with the Knight of Cups, and they're wondering what's next, okay? They're looking up to heaven in a sense. They're looking up to the gods. It's like Claire Danes, right? Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. I love that energy. And they're kind of like very whimsical, very childlike, and they're kind of like excited for this new beginning where they are going to feel just a bit lighter. It doesn't have to be so serious anymore for you. Life doesn't always have to be serious, especially now since you've been like in World card 10 and Judgment energy. You've obviously worked very hard to get to this place emotionally, physically, financially, and psychologically, right? So there's been work done, there's been graft, and there's been serious application, and you continue to apply yourself in March. That's just the path you're on, and it works for you very well. So I feel like you're grieving an old way. But look at this King of Cups here now. They look like they're retired or something. They're on a boat out here. They're having a party. They're, you know, the King of Cups usually doesn't look so happy in the tarot. So something is just carefree here. Very like larger than life. Look, they're on a boat. I'm on a boat. Like, everyone wants to be on a boat, okay? Unless you have a fear of that, then that wouldn't be great. But the sensation of like achievement comes up with this to me, I think, like hosting, partying, enjoying, revelry. So I think the next chapter, after having attained this goal, it's like, maybe it doesn't need to be so serious. Not that it can't be ambitious and striving and all that, but like, you know what? Let your hair down, have a good time, celebrate this. Plus, the Seven of Pentacles makes more sense now. The next thing that's awaiting you, it's not ready yet anyway. The Seven of Pentacles is, I mean, before they've even cleaned up anything that they've made all these sauces. Now the pasta sauce is all over the ground. They're taken into a meal. So to me, it's like, okay, this just doesn't seem ready yet, because they're testing it still, they're tasting it still. There's still a little bit of mess around it. Whatever, that's life. So to me, the next thing isn't ready for you yet, or not that you're not ready for it, but there's just still growth happening around that. Maybe even behind the scenes, maybe with the people that are involved. It hasn't just fully been worked out yet. So it's just unseen at this time. It doesn't mean it's not materializing or somehow coming to arrive on your path. Maybe the offer will be an indication of it, but maybe it will also be something else that comes a little later. For now, it's like, yes, time to celebrate, time to enjoy, celebrate yourself. And the Death card is saying, like, yes, this is a period of endings. It's also a period of beginnings. And I think the invitation for you is, there's a tendency, I think, with the Seven of Pentacles to get nervous, to get antsy, and sort of think like, well, what is next? Like, what is the next thing? Like, feeling frustrated and impatient. I mean, this dude he probably has a few wise tales for us, and he'll say, you know, I wish I knew when I was younger that life was for living. You can enjoy yourself and enjoy the present moment, and it doesn't always have to be super serious, is what I'm getting with the energies that are coming up next for you. Your serious application and your drive and determination has gotten you to this pinnacle point, and you'll seriously feel at the pinnacle of success and result perfection coming through by the end of March. And that was you, Scorpio, that achieved all of that. And you could do that all over again, but why not enjoy the flow, and why not enjoy this for a little bit? Okay, that's what I'm seeing. There is something in the pipeline, Seven of Pentacles. It's just not ready right now, but you'll know when it is. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Oh, right, shoot. I want to link below your year ahead reading for Scorpio, pulling cards for all of 2024 for your sign. And I'll link below my latest astrological update as well. Pluto's ingress into Aquarius. It's a big deal, big transit. But other than that, I'd love if you would subscribe at this time. Like, comment, share, whatever it is that you feel like doing to show support. And I will see you real soon. Bye.